How's everybody doing today? Mike from Domestics Enterprises here. Going to talk a little bit about deer and how to control or deter from your yard. Hang around for a few minutes and I got some really neat stuff to show you and some things that might answer some questions that you have. So, a couple things you got to think about with deer is the landscape design, landscape end of it. Is your plant material deer resistant? Is it something that they're going to go after? But you have to think, over the past 10 years or so, the stuff that used to be more resistant is being used more and more. And what's happening is the deer are starting to feed on it, where originally it was more of a less browsed plant material. So there are some things that you may have to look into to help control damage, or I guess prevent damage as much as possible. So there's a couple of different routes you can go from liquid applications. Some of them are hot pepper wax. There is things like liquid fence and a couple of different other products that you can use as a topical spray. There's also granule forms, lots of different things from deer scram to Repellent, that kind of stuff, which you can use. They use them, they have different applications. Some of them work for other types of animals and rodents and things, but we're just talking about deer today. The biggest thing with your chemicals though is you need to make sure you follow the labels, how it says for applications and how often. You need to be diligent with your applications. Don't just say, oh, I sprayed it one time, or I put the product down one time and I'm done for the year. You have to think about it. You got stuff growing during the season, and as it grows, that new growth comes out with nothing to protect it. So you will have to reapply throughout the entire growing season so that you can control or deter any of the deer. So going from that, another thing you can do is fencing. Now this is more so for vegetable gardens or a wintertime protection or beds that are away from the house. It's not a lot of times used as a protective measure up near the house unless it's small denning for flowers for annuals in summer and winter time. So we have a couple different things. We're going to start off with the least strong, but it does a fantastic job of protecting you from the deer. You can get this in a lot of different sizes and things that you would create a perimeter fence around maybe your vegetable garden or a bed away from the house. It goes from that to a very heavy. You can see this has a lot more flexibility to it. This one does not. This is a very sturdy fencing that can be used for that. And then also you can get things like a wire mesh that's been created. Has flexibility to it, but it can also be, it's very rigid, obviously being metal. It's going to hold up a while, but then eventually sometimes these can rust if the plastic coating does fade away. So remember, with deer, we're going to have to live with them. They're around, they're going to continue to grow, continue to flood our landscapes and feed on our flowers on our front porch. So just finding the product or the route that would work best for you is key. Knowing what will not affect the aesthetic value of your landscape or give you the protection that you need. So going one route with the fencing, if that works for you, fencing's awesome. Or liquid applications, but remember, make sure you be diligent. Continue to apply as the growing season goes on. Or granular forms of material to deter the deer. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Check out some of our stuff on our website. We got a lot of neat videos that will allow you to see things that are going on.